In March this year, Lee and I decided to take on overlapping house sits. That meant that we'd be apart for 5 weeks. Now, I've already shown you the video of Lee looking after the gorgeous kitten Tilly. In this video, I'm going to show you my experiences looking after 2 beautiful cats in Nazaré and then going back to the Quinta. One of our lovely viewers suggested the other week that we do wine reviews because they know we used to do beer reviews for like Central and Eastern Europe. And wine in Portugal is so unbelievably, good value, so flavoursome and so incredibly well priced. So here's today's review. Now, excuse the selfie camera. Lee's actually got the GoPro at the other house sit, so I'm just using my Samsung S8 selfie camera, so the quality may not be quite as good. This is a lovely little Fidelio, something or other, something Pires Chardonnay from the Pomela region near Stubal. This was €1.79 from Continent. It was on special because, I try to buy things on special and under €2. Okay, now for the all-important taste test, slightly sweet. Most Portuguese wines aren't sweet that we've noticed. They tend to be a lot more dry, like the whites. But this one, maybe because of the mixture, etc., it's really lovely. It's fruity, flavoursome, and unbelievably good value. I forgot to say it's actually 13%, quite strong for a white wine. Come back to the Via Brazil, my favourite restaurant in Nazaré. I'm just dying to have like one of those delicious churrasco mistos, mixed grills, €8, including a drink and coffee and some olives and bread. Absolutely brilliant value. Oh my word, and today the churrasco misto is a thing of beauty. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of meat. Oh wow, and these sausages, little chorizo, are just so good. And there's my white wine, and it comes with beans as well. Oh, delicious feijoa. This looks absolutely delicious. Oh, I can't wait. Of course, I wish Lee was here. And to finish, a cafe cheo with extra water, because otherwise a cafe is normally quite small. There's a voluntary fire station there, where you get the Nazaré siren at 1 o'clock. I really wanted to show you this. Coming along, here we have such a pretty street scene down to Praia da Nazaré. Lovely houses. But look at this. This is one of the things I love about Portugal. It always makes me chuckle. The fact that you really need to keep your wits about you. Because here you go straight down to the stairs there. But even if you do decide to keep walking, there's like no barrier. So if you think, oh, I'm supposed to turn left, and you don't, that's it. You're straight over. So Portugal, it really is survival of the fittest. You've got to, just be aware, be alert. Up over there is Sitio. Down that way to Praia da Nazaré. I've only got a couple of days left of this lovely house sit in Nazaré with Sophie and Dave, the beautiful cats. And today for lunch, I'm going to have my favourite flavour of pizza. I'm going to add some dried garlic to it and maybe some olives as well for flavour. And here's the finished product. Oh my word, it looks so tasty. I think that's incredible value for €1.99. So I'm off to the Quinta sit. Here's my bus, the first bus, Red Espresso to Coimbra. Bus number 5 leaves at 10:50. Here we go, back to my home away from home, Leiria bus station. So quiet in Coimbra bus station on a Sunday. There's only like 3 buses. And you can see this is what I'm going to be eating for the next couple of weeks. Delicious, fresh asparagus. They look amazing. So my first meal here at the Quinta that I'm making by myself is going to be pasta soup with asparagus and broccoli from the garden, and there's onions and garlic and sun-dried tomatoes. And there's my herbs and spices. I'm going to put 2 eggs on top when it's almost done for a delicious, healthy, hearty pasta soup. And here we have the mama and the chick. Oh, so pretty. I was chatting to my sister this morning, like on a video call, which was really cool, and she was asking me about showers, and I said to her, there is actually a shower here in the caravan, but I don't actually like using it. I would much rather shower outside using a pot full of boiling water, or like one kettle of water that I've boiled using like the solar power, and then the other half of the pot filled with cold water from the tap, and use a plastic cup and tip that water all over myself. Like in Malaysia and Indonesia, it's called a mandi. Like mandi sudah mandi means mandi, have you already showered? I used to get that a lot when I was in Malaysia. But to me, it's just so much nicer being outside in the open air. Well, okay, there is protection around, so people can't actually see, but it's lovely. It's a bit tricky when it's raining or if it's windy and chilly, but around like 4 o'clock in the afternoon is a great time to shower. And for me, it's way better than actually showering inside the tiny little cubicle that you need gas. You've got to turn the gas on to heat the water. It's a really small space. Yeah, it's not for me. I like the outdoors aspect of it all. And as per our first Quinta house sitting video, this is the compost toilet. Very, very clever design. There's the door there. It's all very simple. I love the door, nice and light and easy. And so you lift the lid up, etc. Inside there is a bucket where you do your business. And then you put a handful of sawdust on top. Cover everything up, and there's like absolutely no smell. It's incredible. And a broom, so you can make sure it's all nice and tidy. But it's absolutely brilliant. So much better than a long drop. Because long drops, you know, they're sort of a great big hole in the ground. They're just, I don't know, not very good. This compost toilet, you can go and bury the waste, the remains, and in a year, maybe a year, you've actually got a fertilizer. That's fantastic, you know. Mr. Bobby's so naughty. He considers the chook house to be his personal domain. The rooster really doesn't like it. Like, he climbs in and he pretends he can't make his way out. Come on, big boy. He just likes being carried. I've been having trouble lighting the fire lately, so I've cleaned it out a bit, and let's just hope that it's good to go tonight, instead of like smoke everywhere. Oh my word. These are the frango. Frango is the Portuguese word for chicken, and here it's taken to mean birds that are raised for eating as opposed to laying birds. These birds grow really, really, really fast. They're still quite young, I think. You can tell the two smaller ones, this one and this one here, they haven't quite got their full feathers yet, which is why they're eating pellets at the moment. I think they'd rather have seed like the other chooks. But this is what they've got for now, and you can see one there's got a black stripe on his back. I really am such an impatient cook. I was planning to do like an omelette, and I was going to do the pasta with some veggies and sauce, and then I was like, screw it, let's just put it all into one frying pan and see how it turns out. I mean, look at those beautiful vegetables. What have I done to them? My tricolour pasta, and there's still a little bit left over. I'll have that tomorrow. And just gorgeous broccoli and asparagus. This is a 4-egg supposed omelette, but more like this big 1-pot pasta mix. I've decided to actually eat it out of the cast iron frying pan because I read somewhere that you can get small amounts of iron eating that way. That's probably the one thing that I'm missing at the moment, like not eating meat. Sardines are good, eggs are good protein, not quite enough in terms of iron though. I wondered where Padme was. I haven't seen her for a couple of days, and yeah, she was sleeping in the compost mix for the seedlings in the estufa. Ah, she's lovely. Good to see you, darling. So I don't mean to wake you up. Yeah. Wow, that sky does look heavy. I think it's going to be a thunderstorm on the way. This is a bit of a test to see how long this cheese lasts. It's quite a hard cheese, quite dry. Now it's been in the Zia pot. This one here since I arrived, so that's 2.5 weeks, along with other things in there. I'm just going to test to see if this unopened cheese is okay. There's a tiny bit of mould just along this bit here, but I'm just going to cut that off, and I've tasted it on this end and it tastes fine. Delicious on my crackers with peanut butter. Yum. It's another gloriously sunny day. So you know what that means? It means a meal in the crock pot. So today I've decided to make bean and vegetable stew / soup. I prefer soup, so I'm going to add extra water and just see how it goes. And these are the ingredients. I've just gone and picked some broccoli, and it's got potatoes and mushrooms, sun-dried tomatoes in lieu of normal tomatoes, a leek, I put that in there. It's also got onion and garlic, and 3 tiny little carrots that I picked from the garden. This is the second day of my bean and vegetable soup / stew, and I've added a tin of the little spicy sardines and some little toast with, yes, look at how much butter's on there. Whoops. But oh, it's going to be delicious. The 2 ginger bees absolutely love each other. Bella and Mr. Bobby. It's proving a bit harder than I thought to make the bed. I've got to move the Black Panther away. Pretty Padme is so psycho kitty. Oh, there she goes again. Big eyes. They're so funny. They've got water, but they would much rather drink out of a puddle I've just made for them, rather than their water container over there. Isn't he beautiful, the rooster? This is how they get the feed out. That little bantam, I think it's one of the ones laying all the tiny eggs. Just remember that there were some mushrooms in the Zeopot fridge, so I've added 2 of those to my fried eggs. And because it's a brilliant heavy cast iron frying pan, I've actually turned it off. Like, once the eggs were brown on one side, I flipped them over, then turned it off, and it's just residual heat cooking everything now. I decided to add 1/4 of a dessert spoon of this stuff as well. Oh, it's so delicious. To me it tastes like kimchi, even though obviously it's not. 79 cents from Lidl, and it's made my soup absolutely delicious. Got a bit of a standoff here. Bobby's in the doorway and Leia really wants to come in, and she's really clever. She knows how to get the door open on her own, but the guard at the gate won't let her in. Will you, Bobby? Wagging a tail, but he's just a bit worried about Bobby. Don't worry about him. Here we go. Oh, she's lovely. Good girl. Beautiful girl. Yeah, she's so happy it's finally stopped raining. Oh, she's gorgeous. So there's hens and eggs. Unfortunately, there's also going to be a fair bit of chicken poo. Oh yes, we've got some eggs in there and there's an egg in that one. But I need to come through and clean all the poo out. It'll go in the compost and it'll help the garden grow. Brilliant, wonderful cycle of nature. Isn't that right, Mrs. Chook? Oh yeah. They're very inquisitive. I've been here 12 days, so I thought it was about time I washed my Quinta clothes. And oh my word, look at the colour of the water. Okay, maybe I should have done them earlier, but the chooks don't mind. It's like rush hour in the nesting box at the minute. They're all waiting to go. Okay, girls, I'll leave you in peace. We'll just come in to check the eggs, and look, this is how they've laid them. It's like in a smiley face. Speaking of smiley faces, here's Mr. Bobby. Like, the rooster really doesn't like him in here, but you know, he's got the right to roam, haven't you, Barbara? Barbara, get out of the chook house. No, come on. This rooster's gonna, oops, he's telling you off. Better go, better scram. And these are my favourite sardines from Lidl, 69 cents. And they always have one little chilli in them. Oh, it's just so cool. So yep, so freshly picked broccoli. They're going slightly to flour, but that'll be fine. Asparagus, homegrown garlic, and homegrown radishes as well. I'm going to mix it with pasta. So beautiful it is. And there's going to be the pasta sauce, finished product. It's definitely not gourmet, but it'll be tasty. Oh, Mr. Bobby, so beautiful. Yeah. Lovely boy. This is an indicator of just how cold it was last night. The olive oil is still solid in the jars. That's the olives there. And the sun-dried tomatoes here. Look at that. Incredible. I thought it was chilly this morning. Finally stopped raining. The sun came out, so I could put the slow cooker on to reheat soup for day 2. This is my beetroot, potato and leek soup. I'm going to have some little toast with butter, and I might even add a tin of sardines as well, actually, for protein. I seriously can't believe how big the baby chick is now. I mean, it's not even 3 weeks. 2.5 weeks. And with the furry feet. So fingers crossed she's a girl. because then she can have a nice long life laying eggs. Delicious. A 3-egg omelette with some cumin in it. I've got cheese on to melt, black pepper. Doesn't that look amazing? Look at the colour of the yolks. Fantastic. I'm frying up some beetroot greens. Delicious. Might add some chili to those as well. Oh, tasty. Oh, he's such a lovely boy. Yes, he's having a great time rolling around in the stupa. In the mud. Yeah, what are you doing, Mr. Barbara? Is that right? So after 3.5 weeks, I'm back at the bus station at Oliveira de Hospital. It's been an amazing time at the Quinta. Kind of weird to be wearing a mask again because I haven't had to for so long. I'm just waiting for my bus, number 20. It's going to go to Coimbra. I'll change there for a bus to Peniche, and then I'll be back in Praia del Rey to see Lee again. Can't wait. But it has been an excellent time. Okay, this has never happened before, so we've arrived with like 10-15 minutes to spare. Here's my bus, just got my bag out, and on my word, it is my bus to Peniche, number 57. That's worked out absolutely brilliantly. It's lovely to be back in the Coimbra bus station, a bit busier than last time I was here on a Sunday. Remember, toilets here 50 cents, so try to make sure, you know what I mean, that you don't need to go here and like at least wait for somewhere like Leiria where it's free. Station. Yay, made it to Peniche, my backpack. And then meeting Lee shortly. Brilliant.